And the big thing is, I should have said, if I had come through, if I had been smart and protected myself, I should have said everybody should be wearing a poppy.
Yeah,
like I went downtown. Yeah, and that's fair enough. The whole thing. It's the two words that got it, that you people, and as you know, people are very sensitive like that.
Don Cherry went on a white nationalist TV program, and he didn't hold back.
They're faking their outrage. They're trying to crush you because they want to exert power, because it makes them feel big when actually inside they're small.
Because if there's any way to show you're the opposite of what you're being accused of, anti-immigration, a racist, you definitely should defend yourself on Tucker Carlson's show.
And the funny thing is, I never heard a thing that night. I heard it the next day. At the silent majority, is all, as you know, is always silent. And the other people, whoever they wanted to be, they listened to them. And after 38 years, but I have no problem. 38 years. This Saturday will be the first time in 38 years that I've never been on Hockey Night in Canada.
All Cherry is doing here is reaffirming Sportsnet made the right move. Cherry was fired for saying, "You people love. You. They come here. Whatever it is. You love our way of life. At least you could pay a couple bucks for poppies or something like that. These guys paid for your way of life that you enjoy in Canada." Cherry could have made amends, but he refused to apologize. "I know what I said, and I meant it. I speak the truth and I walk the walk. To keep my job, I cannot be turned into a tame robot." First off, that's an insult to robots' intelligence. I recommend he sees Terminator. Second, is a tamed robot one who respects immigrants? Let me know where I can find a robot so tame to recognize the importance of respecting other cultures. This robot has to be a world traveler.
First of all, I got to tell you, Tucker, that Bobby Orr is watching, and he's a big fan of yours, and Liz is all excited because she's from Boston. Liz is from Boston. Mom's watching, so I had to say that right off the start.
Oh no, he's bringing Bruin great Bobby Orr in one of the most iconic sports photos of all time down with him.
And join in our tradition because it's worth remembering these guys who died. Is that what you were saying?
I personally am befuddled by this interview. I thought those in athletics should
shut up and dribble.
Yet here is Cherry talking about more than hockey. Is Fox enabling athletes to speak out? Gee golly, what a predicament we are in, huh, Tucker? The same man who said,
"White supremacy, that's the problem. This is a hoax."
Previously, Cherry has said,
being ripped to shreds by the left-wing pinko newspapers out there.
His misogyny was there for everyone to see, saying, "I don't believe, and I really believe this, I don't believe women should be allowed in the male dressing room." I remember the first time it happened to me, guys are walking around naked and I hear this woman's voice and I turn around and there's a woman and she's asking me about the power play and I say, "Let's go outside." And she said, "I'm not embarrassed." And I said, "I'm embarrassed." When Canada chose skier Jean-Luc Brassard as the Olympic flag bearer, Cherry called him a French guy, some skier nobody knows about. Cherry blasted his co-host Ron McLean on climate change. "I'm just asking you, the kookaloos are always saying there are warming trends. We're freezing to death." He attacked former players Stu Grimson, Chris Nealon, and Jim Thompson, labeling them pukes and turncoats for suggesting that NHL players who fight are prone to substance abuse. The comments were made shortly after the deaths of Derek Boogaard, Rick Rippon, and Wade Bullock, three former NHLers known for fighting.
As we told you last night, they're launching a class action lawsuit claiming the league hasn't done enough to protect players from concussions.
When 10 former players brought a class action lawsuit against the NHL, arguing in short, the league hasn't done enough to protect players from concussions, claiming a series of updates to the rules made in 2004 while creating a more exciting, marketable game increased the number of violent in-game collisions. The lawsuit also accuses the NHL of waiting until 2010 to prohibit targeting a player's head during a challenge while also failing to outlaw body checking. And guess who hated it? I feel sorry for the guys. You know, some of the guys maybe got whacked a little, but it's a money grab as far as I'm concerned. Come to think of it, Tucker and Don Cherry are more than a duo. They are, say, a fox and a friend.